here's what the painting is looking like now that it's been dried for a couple of days. And I just want to show you what happened. There was a couple of cracks. So you can see right here, cracking, and a little bit right there. The cracks that are going with the composition, I'm not all that worried about. It's this one. Arrgh. If it would have just stopped, and I don't know, if it would have stayed with the composition, I'd feel a little bit better. There's another little crack there. So when I left the last video, I said I was gonna torch it again. Well, I couldn't torch it again because my torch broke. But overall, I am super happy with this. It's not what I was going for. When my thumbtacks fell off, and I was trying to figure out how to put them back on, I lost a lot of paint, which made this whole thing all really wonky. Because when I had it turned the other way and I had it flipped up this way, and I was trying to put those thumbtacks back on that were on this end here and that one up there. So when I was fiddling with that, I lost a lot of paint as it slid off that way. My intention was to bring all of this back down and try to keep that black straight line there with that black straight line that happened up there. And that was gonna be what I was going for when I saw what was happening. Until that happened, and then I had to figure things out to try to save this painting. Right now it reminds me kind of Klimt. So I don't know if I'm gonna embellish this. I do know that one of the things I'm gonna do when this is fully cured is I'm gonna come back in with some clear leveling gel in those areas, and I'm going to just see if I can smooth the canvas out, because I'm hoping that if I just can smooth the canvas out and just kind of make them kind of drop back into the background, it would kind of make it look like it was meant to be like that. I've been trying to figure out if this is something I want to try to make kind of into a stained glass looking piece, which I don't know if that's going to work with the cells or not. I really don't know what else to do with it at this point. But it is cool. I do like a lot of the things that happened with it. These paints were really old. They were, like I said in my first video, it was like at least 6 or 7 months since I've done a pour painting. And then used up all my leftover paints. So some of them were probably anywhere from, you know, almost a year old. And this is the result of using paints that I had mixed up. And normally I mix my paints up with Floetrol. There's my Floetrol. Floetrol, Liquitex, gloss pouring medium, and some varnish. Some Liquitex varnish. I don't usually add much water to it. I don't add any silicone. And I don't really have any recipes that I go by. But it's really cool the way how a lot of the detail turned out in this. I really love a lot of the different parts of this canvas. I mean, I've deconstructed canvases before and cut them down and used them for other projects and things. I don't know if this is something I should do to that or not. I mean, this whole area down here. These are like some of the, I love that gold and orange and yellow running through those gray, and oh, they're just gorgeous. Got like a monster boulder there. That thing is huge. See? So if anything, I learned a lot from this pour painting, being the first one of the year. Number one, make sure your thumbtacks or your push pins or whatever you're using on the back of your canvas are securely in there, because when you have that much paint on your canvas and you're tilting, and if you grab onto those or you use those as an anchoring point to know where you're grabbing things like I do, you want them to be in there securely so you don't like lose a good amount of paint when you're tilting. I just love that. I really wish that I would have been able to bring that completely all the way to the edge. There's a lot of metallics in here too, and a lot of metallics will create cells when you're doing this kind of work. So this one is very shiny. Very, very shiny. Alright, I do not want to make this video too much longer. So yeah, that's where we're at with this one. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.